our boy Kareem Jackson, has been suspended, unfortunately. And Tom Brady came on the Let's Go podcast after hearing about the Kareem Jackson suspension from a hit that he had on the tight end from the Packers, I believe. And Tom Brady says it's more like flag football, alluding to the game becoming less physical and the referees reffing the games to bring, a level of physicality that's been a critical part of the game and kind of removing that piece. So unfortunately, K-Jack he'll be out for the next 4 games.
Which is crazy, right? In itself, like 4 games, like nobody's out there trying to be malicious and hurt anybody. Like that type of suspensions, I feel like is reserved for those type of actions. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody's out there, at least not in that instance. I'm not gonna say nobody. Obviously, we've seen people malicious in their intent about certain things, but
yeah,
I think that is his intent. And what is he supposed to do? A guy catches the ball, stumbles for 4 steps. Like I don't.
that's the
As
thing.
a
Yeah,
player, what do you do when you're trying to go hit them? Do you catch them? Like, am I
right.
supposed to catch them? I got hit the week before with a personal foul on the roughing the passer, in which like the body weight, they said I landed on the body weight, got my hands out, kind of still landing. But I'm like, as players, like, what are we supposed to do nowadays on defense? And how calculated do you think like you can be as a person? Like, I get it. I definitely get like some of them, but how meticulous do you think we can be in that detail when we're asking like, yo, like move your head this much when a moving target's moving this much? How how good do you think the human eye and body can control itself to be able to control certain things? Or do you just gotta live with it? Like as a player, do you just gotta live with it? Is that what they're asking from us? Because I feel like that's a tough ask.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I think that the difference between a non-targeting play and changing your technique to try to avoid targeting um, can actually like cause you to miss the play. You won't make
Correct.
the play. If you're thinking, if KJ in that moment is thinking like, oh, okay, this guy might stumble, so let me slow down, let me change my angle, and then that guy ends up catching it and not stumbling. Oh, it's a stiff arm. Oh, okay, yeah, I might go for that down, right? It's like for you, a defensive lineman, if you're thinking on your way to the quarterback, I'm not going to hit this guy with my head, or I'm not going to land on him. That split second that you're thinking that might be enough time for the quarterback to see you. Then, ooh, I'm out of there, and that's a missed sack. So I think what they're asking defensive players to do is extremely difficult, and I think it's starting to affect performance, and it will affect performance. And like guys are having to choose whether I'm going to get fined or and take this flag, or I'm going to make a play.
And it's like it's making the game more risky just on the offensive player side. Like it's just they just feel like everything's safe. There's no longer the days where like I'm not gonna throw this pass across the middle because he's gonna light my guy up. Like no, he's got to let my guy. He's either got to go for the ball or he's got to catch it, or he's got to let my guy catch it. Essentially, like you know what I'm saying. Like there's no real like light my guy up. Like he's got to meet him at the ball, intercept it, or let him catch it, and then try to tackle him once he's let him catch it. Which is like you said, is insane. Like to think, how can I now stop? Like, how can I turn bad technique into good technique in a split second now? Now that I'm trying to go back.
Right. Yep. When I'm responding and reacting to,
Yeah.
it's crazy.